Chelsea Lewis. I'm the owner of My Mommy Wisdom. My Mommy Wisdom is a cruelty-free product line for women and children. I wanted to create something for moms, by a mom, for their children that they could trust. Today is our first annual postpartum pampering party. This event is a passion project for me. As an African American woman, a mother, I wanted to do something to connect my community, bring a lot of women and resources together so that we know what's out there for each other and our children. So today's event is just an extension of My Mommy Wisdom, and I'm so excited for you guys to see what's happening and what we discuss. Many African American women actually silently face infertility issues, and they have said that there is an uphill battle for getting care. The challenges include not having the insurance that covers it, lack of black sperm donors and egg donors, cultural stigmas, and the feeling of shame and isolation. There's this thought that African Americans don't have a problem getting pregnant, especially women, that sometimes they're more, fertile, yes. We have multiple children and we're always getting pregnant, or, things like that. And that's something that I feel that women who do struggle, they're afraid to come out and say, because it's that perception that you shouldn't, something must be wrong with you. Like, how come you're not getting pregnant? And those who do seek care can find themselves feeling deeply uncomfortable in medical spaces because there's lack of representation. IVF treatments are extremely expensive. So for those who, I have this motto: just because you don't have the finances to afford doesn't mean that you shouldn't be exposed to it. So for women who deal with that, that's something that we could talk about if you all know any additional resources. So my question to the panel is, why do you think it is so difficult for the Black community to discuss alternative options to pregnancy if fertility is not feasible, such as surrogacy, adoption, and IVF?
I do have a lot of these conversations, and I had a conversation with actually the head guy of Florida Blue, and we were talking about things like this. And one of the things we talked about was why African American men don't want to donate sperm, things like that. And of course, that comes with a lot of things that culturally that we've dealt with. And the overarching theme is we don't want to have our seed out there that we don't know who they are. They don't want, there's this absentee dad thing that goes on that is perceived in our culture. And so the mindset of a Black man is like, I don't want that to be out there, and I don't know them. I didn't have any role in that except for giving sperm. And so that's overall what the reasoning as to, from the Black man's perspective, why a lot of men don't do it.
Like you were saying, if you're not comfortable with the healthcare provider, I sat through 9 months with this provider and I knew I wasn't happy, but I was like, I don't want to change a doctor. I had to start a process it's like a hairdresser, When you get your hairdresser, you do not want to change them. They have to leave you, you can't leave them. So I felt like, I've already invested all this time. She knows my medical history, and I wish I would have advocated a lot more. So, just normalizing, even if you're 9 months pregnant, if you don't want that person to deliver your baby, then you can change. I mean, it might be difficult at 9 months, but you just have to be cognizant of that.
I know what to look for in the screenings and things like that. I do advocate for African American people and women go to therapy, but also if you need to take the medication, take the medication. You won't get addicted, and if you do, seek help. And definitely do what's best for you. If I thought I needed it, I would have taken it for the baby, but again, I knew I needed nausea medicine had she let me finish the sentence. So definitely be screened, post and pre. Anytime you go to your appointment, if something is different, if you're crying too much, feeling hopeless, I tell people right now I'm out of my gray area. And I say that because, like I said, the first 3 months, I couldn't go to work. I lost like 10 pounds, and I had 3 other kids that I couldn't do anything for. So it was hard for me to, go from being mom extraordinaire to my 17-year-old having to drive my kids and do like she had to turn into the mom for the first 3 months. So it was a challenge. I did go to therapy. I'm an advocate of therapists, went to therapy, but I didn't need the medicine when she prescribed it. Now, had she taken me in the beginning when I tried to reach out at 6 weeks, I probably would have taken it, but not at 18 weeks. And it takes people so long to get you in. Keep trying, and like I said, change providers if you need to. And do what's best. Listen to your body. And if your village is negative or saying there's nothing wrong with you, you don't have postpartum, or I birthed this many kids and nothing ever happened, find somebody else to talk to. Don't talk to people that's going to negate or put down what you know about yourself, because we do go to our friends first, and we do go to our moms and everybody else when we talk, but we don't go to the professionals. So please, please, please go to professionals. I know therapy can be costly. I'm at this point, like if you come to me right now and say I'm in postpartum and I can't pay you a dime, if I need to give you 6 sessions free, come on, because I need you to be healthy. But definitely, seek seek your professional help so that you can be the healthy mom that you want to be.
There's a lot of things that I didn't know personally, and so I felt like I learned a lot of information, and I feel like it kind of helped in the long run. I just had my first child, this is her third child, so I think it both helped us out, especially with postpartum and getting help and with the village and changing your doctor. I never really thought about that. Luckily, my doctor was fantastic, she was great, but I never thought, oh, I didn't like her, I could go to somebody else. Thought, oh, just bear with it, and things that our parents said to us, like, oh, it's okay, just bear with it, as we're now like, no, you don't just have to
You don't just have to accept it. I definitely related to a lot of the stories. Like the main whole saying about the macronium child. My second child had macronium. I also did with the separation anxiety. He was in NICU for about a week and a half because of complications. And that initial skin to skin that she was talking about, I didn't get that immediately. So when we finally did do that, he's definitely my more clingy child, so it definitely had an effect on both of us. As for everything that was spoken about, I honestly had no idea about the back problems that could come because I've always dealt with it, and I just didn't see that there were all these different avenues that I could take to making sure that I was just the best I could be physically for my baby.
I think not just physically, but emotionally well. It was a really good session.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot.
It was good. It was.